Tonight, we've learned the name of a Tiverton woman killed in a boating accident this weekend.
The Department of Environmental Management says 60-year-old Sandra Tartolino was killed when a powerboat struck the catamaran she was racing in the waters between Newport and Jamestown yesterday.
Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian spoke with those who knew Sandra. Kim joins us now with what they're saying about the legacy Sandra leaves behind. Kim?
Well, Shannon and Mike, Sandra is being remembered as a pioneer for women in this sport. She was even one of the first to get involved with the grueling World 1000 regatta and forced them to rethink their slogan of Iron Men, Plastic Boats. Tonight, those who knew Sandra are remembering her athletic grit and her gentle way.
Sweet, kind, giving, and just so generous of her time.
Those who knew 60-year-old Sandra Tartolino say she was a special woman, friendly and inclusive, a lifelong athlete who competed in some of the most grueling sailing competitions in the world, including the World 1000. We spoke with the regatta's principal race officer over the phone.
She and a couple of the other women that got into the event early on they changed the nature of the event and really showed that women absolutely can compete in those incredibly challenging conditions just as well as any man.
On Sunday, Tartolino was competing in the New England 100, an event she helped bring to life 30 years ago. She and a crewmate were sailing a catamaran when the DEM says a powerboat struck their vessel. She was found unconscious in the water and later pronounced dead.
To say that, well, she died doing what she loved, there's still a little bit of a bitter bite to that. When you know it was a preventable accident.
John Williams says powerboaters often don't understand the way catamarans maneuver. The DEM has ruled out alcohol as a contributing factor to the collision, but has not said what might have caused the crash. And the DEM says they continue to investigate. They plan to issue a preliminary report on the collision before the end of the week. Live in Newport, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.
We're learning more about the woman who was killed in a boating accident in Newport this weekend.
The DEM says 60-year-old Sandra Tartolino of Tiverton died after a powerboat struck the catamaran she was sailing. It happened during the New England 100 regatta off the coast of Fort Adams State Park.
And that's where we find Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian live in Newport. Kim?
Well, Shannon and Mike, this weekend marked the 30th anniversary of that regatta, and Tartolino was actually here for its very first year back in 1989. Tonight, those who knew her are remembering her as kind and giving, and also as a fierce competitor on the water. Those in the sailing community wishing fair winds and a following sea to 60-year-old Sandra Tartolino. The Tiverton woman was killed when a powerboat struck the catamaran she was sailing Sunday, according to the DEM.
You know, to say that, well, she died doing what she loved, there's still a little bit of a bitter bite to that when you know it was a preventable accident.
John Williams, the principal race officer of the World 1000 regatta, says Tartolino held her own in some of the most grueling sailing competitions in the world, breaking the glass ceiling for women in the sport.
They changed the nature of the event and really showed that women absolutely can compete in those incredibly challenging conditions just as well as any man.
Sunday was the final day of the New England 100 in Newport, the day of catamaran racing to be capped off with an awards ceremony. Instead, it ended in tragedy. News of Tartolino's death rattling the tight-knit sailing community.
Phones were ringing all over the world because she just had such a large community of friends through this sport that she loved.
And though Tartolino called Tiverton home, she did indeed sail around the world, even in the qualifiers for the Olympics. Now, the DEM says the cause of the collision that claimed her life remains under investigation this evening, though they say alcohol does not appear to be a factor. Live in Newport, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.